Welcome to inkingpaperwithkat.com. Today's project is a little gift box for the fall. It would be great to give to a student's new teacher, maybe a neighbor you just want to say hi to, your hairdresser, even your kids. So today's project, the one that you're seeing was done with the DSP coffee break, but we're going to be using a different color wave today. So let's take a look at the supplies that we need. We are going to use garden green for the box, and we need a piece that's 6.5 by 6.5. We need a piece of 2.5 by 3.5 crumb cake, and that will be to cut our little coffee cake. We need a piece of very vanilla that is 1.5 by 3. This is a scrap piece. We'll need another scrap piece, or even the same one, to cut the lid. And then we need 4 pieces of DSP. This is from the new Painted Autumn DSP that's coming out September 1st in the holiday catalog. It is a beautiful pack of paper. I highly recommend it. We need 2 pieces that are 1 3/4 by 4 1/4, and 2 pieces that are 3/4 of an inch by 4 1/4. So let's get started by scoring our box. You'll need your Simply scoreboard. Because it's a square piece of paper, there isn't a long side or a short side. So on the first side, you are going to score at 1, 3, 4, and 6. You're going to turn it 90 degrees and score at 1, 5.5, and 6. Now this side that has, I'm trying to make sure you can see those score lines, 2 score lines on the top, 2 narrow bands, that's the top of your paper. So we can put our scoreboard away, and we can fold and burnish all of these score lines. This cardstock is garden green. Alright, now you're going to fold and then fold the opposite way on the last score line. So you can see that we have that little V. Alright, before we do any cutting, we're going to adhere our DSP. And you can see easily where they belong. Fast fuse or snail would be fine for this. You can use Tombow if your preference is liquid glue. This paper does not have a right or wrong side, so you don't have to worry about that. If you did have directional print, you would need to take that into consideration when you're cutting your DSP, so that you made sure your pattern was going in the same direction. And you just want to be careful when you're lining it up. You want to try to have an even border of the green showing around your DSP. I love the colors in this pack of paper. They are very versatile. Sorry, I had to stop talking while I lined that one up. Hopefully I'm not sticking my head in the camera. I think you're going to love the holiday catalog. It really has some beautiful new products in it. Alright, now let's do some cutting. Okay, you've got this one long, narrow side. You do not need the small rectangle on the bottom, so we're going to angle that in and cut. And I always like to take a little bit of a wedge off of the top. It just makes for a neater close. These you're going to cut straight up and take a small wedge out of the small square. This is the bottom of your box. This will help the flaps close nice and neatly. Okay, and our box will go together just like that. So you are going to put some fast fuse or double-sided tape, or you can use liquid glue on this tab. And this is a symmetrical box, so if you just fold it over, and there it is. Two side flaps go in, your bottom flap goes in, and your adhesive goes on the bottom. Now at the top, you just gently press in and give it a nice squeeze, and you'll get that milk carton fold at the top. Alright, we're going to set that aside right now, and we're going to work on our coffee cup. Take your piece of crumb cake. I don't know if I said, this is 2.5 by 3.5. And we want to add something to it, and I've chosen to add some fall leaves. On this one, I stamped Hello Fall. After I got it all done, I decided I really would prefer to have Hello Fall on a tag coming off of the top. So we're going to make that as well, but let's start with this. The ink I've chosen to go with this is Cajun Craze, Crumb Cake, and Fresh Fig, which is one of the new ink colors. Fresh Fig at the moment is my favorite color. I love this color. So we're going to start off by stamping our coffee cup, our to-go cup, and that is from the Mary Cafe series. This again is a new product in the new catalog, and it goes with the coffee cup framelits. So for those of you who got those framelits when the annual catalog came out, now you have a new stamp set to go with them. These, of course, are still available in the annual catalog. So I've already got that stamp loaded up, and we're just going to ink it up. And these are photopolymer stamps, so I am going to grab a stamp pad to stamp on. I think you get a better image. So make sure you're inked up well. And when you press it down, make sure you hold it for a few seconds just to give that ink time to transfer to the paper. And there you go. Clean off your stamp. And now I want to add some leaves because it's fall. And we're going to add them in Cajun Craze, and we're going to add them in Fresh Fig. And you can just do this randomly wherever you want. Do as many or as few as you choose. Isn't that a gorgeous color? It's so pretty. I think that's enough. We'll just go with that. Right, while we have our stamp pads out, I want to stamp the Hello Fall. We're going to do that on Very Vanilla. The stamp that I'm using actually says Hello Fall. It's pumpkin spice latte season. But because I'm not putting pumpkin spice latte or a gift card in this box, I really didn't want that whole saying. So what I'm going to do is actually mask off part of this. So you're just going to take it, put a little Post-it over that part of the stamp. Ink it up. Make sure you take your Post-it off. and now I have just the Hello Fall. It helps you to be able to use your stamps in different ways than what they were made for, and it extends the life of them, so that's a really good thing. While we're here, let's take our punch. This is the Everyday Label Punch. It's also new. It actually comes in a bundle with a stamp set. Punch. And because I want this to be a tag, I'm just going to take my 1/8 inch punch and put a little hole there. And we'll use that later to tie it onto our box. The other thing we need to stamp is the lid for our coffee cup, and we're going to do that in Crumb Cake on Very Vanilla. Alright, that's all of our stamping done. Close up our inks. Set those aside. Alright, now let's get the Big Shot out. Okay, you need your magnetic plate, a cutting pad, what you're going to cut, and your framelits. And you're just going to line your framelit up. And you can cut both at the same time. And we need our top plate. Pull it through. Smooth Big Shot out of the way. I am kind of fanatical about making sure that I stick my framelits back in the package when I'm done, because I found if I don't do it immediately, inevitably one gets lost on my desk and then it takes me forever to find it. Alright, for this we need to adhere the little top, and I find that for that Tombow is definitely my preferred adhesive. You could do it with glue dots, but I think it holds better when you just put a little line of Tombow on the top of your cup. Plus it gives you time to move that in place. Okay, let's put everything together. Now in terms of what this will hold, little candies, it would hold a gift card. You can put a bracelet, some small jewelry, any of those types of things in it. I thought I had some things sitting here, but they don't appear to be here, so we're just going to go ahead and close this up. Now to close this box, we're going to just punch a hole right in the top. Now I have found with this, it helps if you just kind of push your box in a little bit so you can get your punch in. And the ribbon we're going to use is a new ribbon from the holiday catalog. It's an old olive and it is called Stitched Edged Ribbon, and I think you can see that beautiful stitching on the edge. So we're just going to poke this through. Let's grab our scissors right here. She says. Okay, you may have to poke it through one hole at a time. And we're just going to tie a bow. But before you tie the bow, once you get to this point, you're going to want to add your Hello Fall. And as I'm looking at this, I'm feeling like, it's a little bit plain. I think I want something more. So I'm going to add a few stamped leaves to this. And we'll go back to the same colors we used. I didn't stamp that one very well. Clean that off, and let's add some fresh fig as well. That's a great thing about crafting, is you may be going along and totally have a plan in mind and you think you know how it's going to look, and when you're done you think, no, I want a bit more, and you can easily add that. Adding a little stamped image with some color can make all the difference in a project. Alright, let's just thread this through. Now you could use a small piece of twine or linen thread to attach this, but I just decided to thread it right on. Let's trim our ribbon. And we're going to pop our coffee cup up with some dimensionals. And there you have it. A Hello Fall gift box for a little gift for someone special in your life. For all of the measurements, please visit my blog. It's inkingpaperwithkat.com. There are other projects there as well. I hope you enjoy them and come back and visit soon. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. Thank you.